Well. We're back. All of 2 minutes late, thanks to Gabe's technical difficulties. He's got to log out and come back in. Hopefully, he is good. We were on time, but he decided last minute that he couldn't hear us. So that was cool. Let's see now.
Okay, you're good.
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
He's like, oh, wait a minute. I had mute on. Shit.
Yes, but we are back officially. Very glad for it. Sorry we took a little bit of
best friends that anyone could have.
Right. We took a little bit of a hiatus here. Life has been lifing for all of us, but that's okay. We always said from the beginning we're not going to force episodes. But this is episode 33 of Flippin' 10. We're all here. We're excited to be back. Today, we are going to be talking all things West Texas herping with Mr. Austin Bohannon. I'm sure most of you have heard his name in one realm or another. We're very, very excited to have him on. But of course, first, we're going to go through some updates, which I don't really have much other than a pretty sweet ribbon snake me and Sky cruised up last weekend.
Yeah. Also, we just totally skipped over our intros, and I haven't even fucking opened my drink yet. So I'm going to go and do that. I'm Sky. This is Flippin' 10.
Yeah, I don't know. I just jumped into
We are back. Come on, bro. What the
I'm a little rusty, man. It's been like a month.
I know it's been bad. It's kind of all of it. Well, we've all collected, like you said, collectively had way too much shit going on.
Yeah, dude. It's been a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, herping season's kind of slow right now. I think since the last episode, me and Gabe, I went out with both of y'all actually. Last weekend with Sky, we got a little ribbon snake, then a DOR, and then Gabe with you, we went and cruised for Simus, and we got that little corn snake under bark. So that was cool.
That was it.
Yeah.
We got that one corn, and I think we saw a black racer.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't even know. So it's been pretty slack for me, but Gabe, you've still been hauling in some cottonmouths.
A ton of cottonmouths and copperhead. I probably see a cottonmouth and a copperhead a day.
What are we looking like on the pygmy count, guy?
I stopped by you at just shy of 50, 48 pygmies for the year.
That you didn't get 50?
No,
the year's not over. We have 48. You better go start probing some dens, bro.
You're such a piece of shit, dude. I can't believe you.
Off the last couple warm weeks, and then it got cold, and I was like, oh shit. I got close. I'll get over 50 next year.
What a slacker. Can't believe you. Anything else on your end, Gabe?
Nothing crazy. I did end up finding my lifer gopher frog.
Oh, that's
your what?
That's big.
Lifer gopher frog.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's right. You sent that shit.
Yeah. I mean, so that was cool. I can't really discuss locations or anything, but that's one more off the list for the year.
Nice.
Cool. Sky, what about you, man?
Since the last episode, we all said we were going to hit hard for Hogtober. That road that we went to, that when you were just here, I went there 3 times a weekend back, 2 days, both mornings back to back. Didn't get a freaking hog, but it's really nice area. There's definitely hogs there. Yeah, have not got lucky. Just got the ribbons, black racer, a couple of water moccasins, and nothing very notable.
I got 1 DOR Eastern hog this year for Hogtober. That was
damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Fresh hit too. The truck that passed me hit it. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
You hate to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, like I said, it's been a little slow lately, but tis the season, I suppose. At least for me, I'm not a very good winter herper, but such as
come out and hit some sallies with us, man.
Get some sallies going. Need to on a good night. Got some areas around here I think would be good for salamanders, but
Yeah, man.
We shall see. But with that, nice quick little update on us. Nothing too crazy going on. With that, we ready to bring Austin on and jump
Let's
into
go,
this?
Texas.
All right. Austin,
What's up, guys?
thanks so much for coming on tonight, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, to kick us off, why don't you just kind of give us a general overview of yourself? Tell us as much or as little as you want about how you got into the herpetoculture field and so on and so forth.
Yeah, so I didn't really grow up doing it. Mom hated snakes, that kind of stuff. So we'd catch stuff as kids. Got into college, went to Texas State, kind of started getting more herp driven. Met my master's advisor there, and went on a study abroad trip to Ecuador, and that kind of started everything. Started working with the Houston toad. They're in Bastrop. It's an endangered species of toad. Worked with that. I got my master's at Texas State. Went and I was a toad biologist in Bastrop for the county for about a year and a half. And then this job came open, the one that I'm currently in, with Texas Parks and Wildlife out in West Texas. So I'm the Brewster County biologist out here in Alpine.
That is so cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
this was kind of our retirement plan was to get this job and move out here. And a year out of being in college, it came open and we jumped on it pretty quick.
You tired awfully quick then, huh?
Yeah, I wish. It was a little more work than I thought it was going to be. We stay pretty busy. But yeah, we've been out here since 21. And I've been coming out here since about 2015, 2016. When I first started coming out to West Texas, I was hitting it hard, driving from Central Texas about every weekend, spending a lot on gas.
Was that just herping?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I did my master's in Del Rio on the Rio Grande Cooter. And so every other week I was out here catching turtles.
Nice.
And then, when I wasn't in the water catching turtles, we were looking for snakes at night. Started off looking for lepidus, found every species in West Texas except for a gray band. And then 5 years later, I found a gray band. And here we are. I've only found like 12.
So you found every species of snake in West Texas.
Yep.
That's insanity.
Wow.
Just look for Alterna and you'll find everything else.
Right? You'll find everything, and then by the time you're done, you'll find the Alterna.
Yeah.
That's
for me, at least. Other guys come out here first trip and they've got one, but not me. 124 nights is what it took me to find my first one.
Jeez, man.
That's
I know Chris told me a story about like one of his first times out there specifically looking for Alterna, and it was like, oh, it's hard to find them, blah blah blah. And he walks out, and in 2 minutes he's like, there's one right here, actually, right off the road.
He put the battery in his flashlight, turned his flashlight on, and there's an Alterna in the beam. And I was like,
were you with him for that?
No, I was out that night. I just wasn't with him. He was with Lassiter. But I was like, I guess the secret is like the shorter the shorts you wear, the better chance you have. I don't know if you met Chris in person, but
oh yeah.
That makes 100% sense.
You got to put the Daisy Dukes on if we do a Out West trip, man.
Listen, that 5-inch inseam will get it done.
You got to show some cheeks.
Yeah, you got to let them cheeks hang.
That's sick.
It's hot out there, man. You got to let them cheeks out.
That's right.
Air it out.
Yeah.
Well, I know we're not going to talk too much about, your keeping in this show, but I know you're a little bit of a keeper as well, or a lot of bit of a keeper. What came first for you, field herping or keeping?
Field herping, for sure.
Cool.
And then I'd kept a few odds and ends here and there, nothing kind of crazy. I kept ball pythons in college for about a year and then got out of that. And then, I really wanted to see an Alterna, so I bought a couple.
There you go.
And that kind of started it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Good stuff.
Yeah, if you can't find them, at least have them at home so you can play with them, and then come home on a skunk night and be like, all right, well, this was at least what I was looking for.
Yeah, this is what they look like. Yes.
I know what they look like. Let me train my eyes, man.
I thought it was all a bad joke for a long time. I wasn't quite sure they actually existed.
Yeah, that's kind of how I am with stuff like, pine snakes around here. I'm like, I don't think they exist. So, such is life.
That's kind of like in South Florida, though. There's a lot of South Florida natives that don't even think that the python shit is real because they've never seen a python down there and lived down there forever. Go figure. Our buddy Phil lived down there for 20-something years and has never found one. But then, like, when me and my buddy went down, we found one on our first trip, and it's like, it really.
That also happened with me
down there. We found one on our first trip. It's like
first night.
Some people just have the luck, or just know where to look, or know how to figure it out, and then sometimes it takes 120 something nights.
It's so much luck, man. I tell
luck.
you, there's so much luck that goes into it. Obviously, there's a skill of like knowing where to go and what to look for, and yada yada yada. But at the end of the day, it still has to be there, like
right place, right time.
I mean, look how long it took for the Francis Marion Diamondback.
Yeah. I mean,
I was looking for one for 10, 15 years.
I mean, that's like me with the Florida pine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 100% luck.
Whole life.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's kind of get into like West Texas, and starting out with some of the basics. Let's talk about some of the equipment that you go with out there. I know you said you used to travel a lot more for it. So how would you prep for a West Texas trip when you were not living in West Texas versus like now? Is it more like you go out for a night, come home, or is it like you're out in the sticks for a weekend? And then how are you prepping for these? Because I know in West Texas, as far as I know, you have to wear like high vis vests and stuff like that. It's not something that's a thing down here. So are there any other kind of all that stuff, and then any type of rules and regs that people should know if they want to make a trip like that?
Yeah, I'll do the rules and regs first just because they're on my mind. High vis vest, that's a must. I mean, I wouldn't even want to be not wearing one because these drunk people driving around, you're walking 3 feet off the side of the road. I want them to see me.
Yeah, for sure.
On some cuts, some are a little different, but yeah, it's got to be a reflective vest. You got to have a hunting license, and you have to have a reptile and amphibian stamp on that hunting license.
A reptile and amphibian stamp.
Yep, it's a $10 endorsement that allows you to. I mean, technically, you don't have to have it if you never touch the animal, but even if you touch it to get a picture, you've technically taken it by what the law says. Even if you release it, and you have to have that endorsement. And they've been cracking down a little bit on it these past couple of years. Other than that, that's about it. You're not allowed to road cruise here.
You can't road cruise.
That's wild.
I had a buddy get a ticket last year. He cruised a long nose, turned around, picked it up, took a picture, let it go, and the game warden rolled up and gave him a ticket.
So just because he saw it in the road and stopped and got out, they considered that road cruising.
Yep, you used artificial light from a motor vehicle.
Wow.
So what do you do if you see a snake on the road?
You just keep rolling and pretend nothing happened, or
legally? Yep.
Wow.
Yep, you're not allowed to pursue it. It's like they treat it like you're hunting deer with a spotlight out of a window.
What if you don't touch it?
Yeah, what if you don't touch it, but you use a hook to move it off the road safely?
Not allowed to use it. It depends on the game warden. And it's kind of one of those deals.
So could you, if you saw it in the road, could you get out and take a picture and not touch it at all and keep moving type of thing? Like, would that be?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't quote me. Look it up.
Okay. Yeah. And everybody do your own research. Like,
yeah, we definitely, we definitely stop and take pictures.
Yeah.
And
okay.
DORs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that document them for INAT. And that's legal, but you're not allowed to collect. And I know he got a ticket for picking it up and taking a picture. moving it off the road. And that's a road that's got one car, maybe 3 cars a night. There's not very many people there. Him and the game warden were probably the only 2 cars on that road for a 120-mile stretch.
God, that would piss me off, dude. Like, I would lose my freaking mind on that, too.
Yeah, same.
That's great. That's something I did not know. I didn't realize you couldn't. Dang, man.
Yeah.
That just goes to show how different it is out there versus here, because it's all private property around here. All you can do is road cruise. You can't walk into a random set of woods, or you're liable to get.
I was literally just about to say that, because like I got in trouble for doing exactly what you do. There was a time where me and my buddy were just walking on the side of the road, and it's nothing but forest on each side of the road, and we were just flashing in the trees, kind of flashing in the woods, walking on our feet, and sure shit, cops up. What the hell are y'all doing? Oh, just looking for snakes and reptiles and amphibians, blah blah blah. You know you're spotlighting, right? I guess, yeah, technically, yeah. Oh, I could give you a huge ticket right now. It's like, all right, well, don't, And then meanwhile, out in you guys' neck of the woods is freaking complete opposite. And it's like like Jake's saying, all we do rely on is road cruising, really, because got to get lucky if it's crossing the road, grab it really quick. One, save its life, because the roads are all busy out here, it seems like, and 2, just that's the only way to see them.
Yeah, this is so for us. You have to hunt the right of way, so that 30-foot section between the road and the fence.
Okay,
that's what you got to hunt. You have to do it by foot.
So will you just, if you say there's a section of road that stuff might be crossing, and can you just park the car and walk the road and the edge of the road?
That's what you do.
And all that?
Yep, that's how you do it.
That's crazy. It sounds fun, kind of.
Yeah, it honestly sounds a lot more in nature.
It's pretty cool. I mean, and you see so many other animals. I've seen, I think, 4 mountain lions now. Lots of bears. We have the bear population here is going pretty well.
Are they black bears or
they're black bears?
Black bears.
Black. Yeah, Mexican black bears, and they're pretty big. We've caught some through my job. I think the biggest one we've caught is 500 pounds.
Damn. Way bigger than ours. They're like a big one here is 300.
Yeah, I mean that's same thing. Like that's big ones are 300, but there's been one that was real big.
That's a big bear.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So the beetles out there are pretty cool and shit too, huh? All the insects and stuff out there.
Yeah, some of those Crescina beetles, like in Davis Mountains. There's tons of bug collectors. Oh, speaking up, so one night before I'd found an Alterna, I roll up on these bug collectors, big sheet, and they were asking what I was doing. I was like looking for this snake, and the next day they post on Texas Field Herpers, "Is this an Alterna?" I was like, I swear to God, they were just sitting there catching bugs, and it crawled down right to them.
No,
wild.
Yeah,
I bet you moth eating out there is probably pretty cool. There's got to be some great insect variety.
Yeah, these sky islands are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Jeez, man. Well, I gotta start, Austin. If you want to go into how you prep for some of these, I gotta dip into my living room for a minute because I don't have my Zen, and that's a problem. So go ahead and dip into kind of how you prep for your trips, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, so I guess I'll start how I started when I was in college. I was broke. I had just a bed cover on my truck, and I got like a $12 little blow up mattress, and I'd sleep in the back of my truck.
Hell yeah.
Man, that was it. I at the gas station. It doesn't have to be expensive. If I was feeling fancy, I would stay at the $30 a night OYO hotel. Now that I live here, I would not recommend that. Truck bed's probably better.
Yeah. A little bit more space.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's about it. It depends where you want to go. Like if you want to go south Brewster County, South Presidio, down there, Big Bendish area, it's kind of blowing up population wise. So there's hotels, there's B&Bs, bunch of B&Bs. It can kind of be as fancy as you want it to be. The only thing I do to prep is throw a couple snake bags in my truck in case I get lucky. And that's about it. Make sure I got my vest. And And these days, I've got 2 little kids, and so I'm not doing any 2 or 3 day excursions. And I mean, the cuts I herp are 10 minutes from my house now.
Damn.
Dang, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I live in the habitat. It wouldn't like it's possible to find one at my house.
You and Gabe are similar in that way. Gabe lives in the middle of the national forest around here.
Yeah.
I road cruise every day on my way home from work. It's like,
yeah.
you know.
I passed like some of the main alpine cuts are in between my house and my office.
I've got 10 sites laid. Like as I'm on the way home, I can be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
let me here and flip this." And yeah,
there's one board, but I don't ever flip it.
Does Flippin ever? I mean, I would imagine it probably would be way different out there just because of like the habitat, so much more cover like rocks and shrubbery that like flipping probably wouldn't be as productive in the desert.
It sucks.
Areas, yeah.
It sucks so bad. I've heard of stuff flipped. I've got just under 18 acres. So I flip a little bit on my property. And every now and then I found a patch nose. I found a few things here and there, but I'm definitely not going out flipping.
So I had a friend tell me one time who lives out west that he's had better luck when he puts his cover boards out, not using tin because it's so hot, to use boards, and he actually wedges up rocks around the corners or so it leaves a gap of about like an inch and then weights it down on top. That way it's not flat on the ground, but it's got a wider gap. He says he gets rattlesnakes like that from time to time.
Yeah, I bet you get rattlesnakes for sure. But rattlesnakes are pretty common.
Everywhere.
I'm not trying to find rattlesnakes.
Yeah.
I like lepidus, but and blacktails, but they're not. It's not my target usually.
So when you say you don't flip at all, do you mean specifically like artificial cover or like including rocks and things like that?
I don't flip anything.
Nothing.
No, I mean you can. I mean, and I do sometimes.
Occasionally that rock looks nice and juicy, you know.
Yeah. But the problem is there's 10 million rocks on the hillside.
Oh yeah.
And you've got to find the 2. And they're I always feel like the rocks that stuff are under are the ones that you need a forklift to flip or can't even flip. They're the size of a house.
That's
so
a good point.
There's just I flip so I didn't it's not that I haven't tried. I was like, I'm moving out here and I'm gonna show everybody how to do it. And I learned because I have a lot of access off of the public roadway where other people don't. And it is hard.
5,000 rocks later, you decided flipping wasn't worth it.
Yeah, I went through one of my buddies got like a trash pit where there's tin and like old washers and all kinds of stuff in habitat, like a quarter mile away from one of the very known cuts here in Alpine. I flipped everything in there in the spring when there was moisture, and I didn't find an animal, maybe a mouse.
Dang.
Jeez,
yeah,
man.
That's been a while.
There's days out here like it's the only way you're gonna find something is if you have cover in the right spot. Like
That's wild, man. That's down here for a southeast herper. You waiting to see those trash piles, boy. Mm-hmm. Oh man, you're waiting to see that trash pile with some nice solid pieces of cover. Oh
yeah.
Damn, you get me started on some mattresses or some old carpet.
Hey man, an old door. Flat screen TVs actually, surprisingly.
That makes sense.
There was carpet everywhere in this. There was like a house worth of carpet, and there no sheds, no nothing.
Damn.
Jeez, man.
So it may have just been that day sucked. I mean, that's possible because I never went back. But I don't know. It's just there's definitely some spots. We fly a lot of surveys and stuff, and so there's some mountains. Yeah. We fly like there's one mountain in particular that's just got 2,000 that big around flat rocks on top of it. One of these days, I'm gonna go up there and spend a weekend. Hire a helicopter to fly me up there.
There you go.
Flip for a weekend, but I don't have that helicopter money yet.
Oh yeah, man.
That'd be a one sick excursion though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously we know your main target's going to be Alterna. We've already discussed that. So other than Alterna, what's your favorite target to shoot for out there, or what's your favorite thing to
find? Okay, favorite thing to find, probably. I really like subox. They're pretty common in some spots, but like you'll see 10 a night, and you never get tired of seeing them.
Like, they're awesome.
Yeah, there's some spots where there's a lot of them.
Golly.
And they're always different shades and stuff like that. And I've never found a blonde. I'd love to find a blonde down there. I found one lyre snake. I don't spend much time down there where the blondes and the lyres are.
Yeah.
The lyres are pretty cool.
Yeah. One of my favorite things to find is Big Bend geckos. Those things are freaking sweet.
You said Big Bend geckos?
Yeah.
Okay.
Reticulatus or reticulated. Yeah. Reticulated. We call them Big Bend geckos.
Okay, cool.
They're giant. I mean, they're huge.
They're the US leopard geckos, man. They're fucking awesome.
I think they're bigger than leopards. And they don't get as fast, and they're 10 times as fast. Yeah,
I didn't realize they're more slender. Big. Yeah, slender.
Definitely
build.
More slender.
And
they bite real hard. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. They were
not that big.
Yeah, they're big. Chris just sent me his adult trio leopard geckos. And yeah, I've found Big Bend geckos that were bigger.
Really?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
What do we even need leopard geckos for? Shoot.
Yeah. Well, they're still blacklisted in Texas, so you can't. If you have the commercial dealer permit, you can't have them in possession. And if you don't have the commercial dealer permit, you can have up to 6. They can't be housed together, and you can't sell them.
Well, dang.
Yeah. So technically, they shouldn't be bought or sold or any of that stuff, but not everybody follows Texas laws.
Unfortunately.
So,
Texas
but they were,
laws, isn't it?
Yeah, they were protected until I think 3 years ago or so, and I'm definitely seeing fewer of them.
Dang, that's
really.
Right. Do you think that's from over collection, or do you think it's just habitat loss? Like,
no, there's no habitat loss.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'd see that. That's a good thing. And when you see less of them, you mean like in the field, right?
Yeah, when I'm out snaking.
Yeah.
There's a couple cuts that you could go to, and you kind of always see one. You put 5 nights in there, you're probably going to see one. And now I haven't seen one in 2 or 3 years. 2 years maybe. Last 2 years. I haven't seen one.
Do you think it's weather pattern related or like disease related?
No.
No.
It's the law got lifted and they're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a mine shaft that we used to go into, and you go in there every three times you'd see one deep in this mine shaft, and that kind of got out that this mine shaft even existed, and I haven't seen one there in a long time.
So you think it's just straight up over collection?
Yeah, and it's like I don't think the population's getting hurt, but they're just not on the road cuts anymore.
Damn.
So,
they're not where the people can access them, at least.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. There's so much habitat out here.
Yeah.
So that is one thing I've always wondered is the stuff that, or the places that you herp, these cuts, is this just public land along roadsides, or?
It's public right of way. It's TxDOT, Department of Transportation owns an easement.
Yeah, I understand the easement thing, but normally an easement is only so many feet off the road.
That changes state to state, Jake.
Okay, well, yeah, here it's only like our easements
like 10
are,
foot.
10 feet off the road. So their easements are much wider.
Depends on the road. It depends on the road. Like the property I own is 30 feet. Like there's technically an easement 30 feet into my property. Some of these road cuts, like the fence is at the top of the cut. So there's like 5 feet of ditch, a rock wall, and the fence is on top of it. So you're walking the side of the road.
Okay, so this goes to show how little I know about this. When I when I pictured a cut, I figured like here's the road, and then the cut is that way off of the road. The road actually goes through the cut, and then
so
it's only a cut because the road is there.
The road,
the road is cut through the mountain.
Okay, now I'm tracking. Okay, see, this is why I need.
Now you're on the road.
Yeah, now you're on. Now I'm on the right road. Yeah. Okay, that's wow. I didn't even think about that. That's insane.
Yeah. So you're just walking the side of the highway.
See, now it's all making sense.
Smitty commented a second ago, and he said that the cars fly by. Like, so you're feeling the wind off of them fucking things. I don't know. I've watched a couple of West Texas herping videos, man, and it's like you hear the people talking and shining the cuts, and in the background, all you hear is like fucking semis and cars zipping by, and it's like, sheesh.
Yeah, it depends where you're at. And there's some of the off. I mean, there's other traffic out there too coming across.
Oh, yeah.
Brandon said you're uncultured.
Non-vehicle related.
Jeez, man.
Oh, other traffic, human traffic.
Yeah, depends on the year. Right now, there's not very many, but
good.
I've walked up on groups of like 25 while out herping.
That's
found a guy sleeping in a culvert. Yeah.
You get scared, or what do you even like? What's your reaction then?
No, you usually have protection with you.
Yeah.
You usually just go call Border Patrol. That's about it. Go herp somewhere else.
Right.
There you go.
That's about all.
Brandon Valentine said to ask you about the observatory stargazers.
They smoke a lot of snakes. You go, I mean, so there's star parties at the observatory. This is like, I think there's 8 recognized national dark sky areas in the United States, and this is one of them.
Okay.
Out here in the Davis Mountains. UT has a big observatory on top of the Davis Mountains. And I think 2 or 3 nights a week they have star parties where, like in the summer, there's up to hundreds of cars up there. And they stay out till 11 or midnight or whatever, looking at stars and stuff. And then everybody leaves. They're on the top of that mountain. Like there's probably a 3 or 4 mile long cut coming down off the observatory. And then they go through the state park. And I mean, you come through there after a star party and there's just dead snakes everywhere.
Jeez, man.
That sucks.
And sometimes there's not. Those are usually not nights worth herping.
So that's the night that all the herpers need to band together and be like, all right, stargazers are out. We all need to be out walking these fucking road shoulders and snagging these bitches before they get creamed.
Yeah. And that happens. I mean, you're usually out there. If you're at the observatory, they all drive by you. A lot of them stop, ask you what you're doing.
I hate that.
Even animals.
When random people stop and ask what I'm doing, like while I'm out trying to move a snake, and I'm like, don't worry about it. Just get out of my face.
I had one guy roll up to me as I'm moving a cane brake off the road, rolls the window down, throws his revolver out like this, and has it hanging in his arms like, you want me to shoot that there snake? And I was like, man, no, why would I be moving it off the road so it doesn't get hit? No, go on now. Like straight up, just like, you want me to shoot that snake for you? Like
we and Jake dealt with that with Harry one time.
Oh yeah, that cottonmouth. That dude was something else.
It's usually not like that here. These guys, I mean, they're coming out here to vacation, and they're all like outdoor enthusiast type people usually.
Yeah.
So they're just genuinely curious.
Yeah.
I don't mind. Most of them are pretty pumped. I've had people pull over and walk with me. Just
really?
Yeah, I've met a ton of people that way.
That's awesome,
cool.
Man. That's really
At least
cool.
it's like a cool thing out there, and it's not a bunch of. I mean, out here sometimes you got to just worry about who the hell's even pulling over and asking you what's going on. You know, it's like I'm sure you got to worry about that there too, but you know,
depends on which cut you're at. If you're at the observatory, you're fine.
I know it's definitely more of a culture out there to see people on the side of the road wearing a vest than it would be out here. You know.
Yeah, usually whenever they stop, it's because they're like, "Hey, we've passed 15 people on the side of the road. What are y'all all doing out here?"
Right,
That's usually what it is.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. But going back to the question, so your favorite thing to find would be subox. Does that also go like, do you actually target those, or is there another thing that you specifically target besides Alterna?
I don't target anything but Alterna.
Gotcha.
That may change. That might. I mean, there's no point for me. I found everything looking for Alterna.
Yeah.
That may change just because I want to find a blonde suboc.
Yeah. Okay.
So I might start going down there a little more, but
when you say down there, do you mean like more towards Mexico or?
Yeah, so there
Like,
Subocs, like the range of Alterna is from Del Rio. Like, are you familiar with the Big Bend? What it looks like on a map?
vaguely.
The bendy part of Texas on the west side.
Yeah.
So they go from almost to El Paso to Del Rio, which is kind of armpit to armpit, or like tip to armpit. Down in the bottom, like where Big Bend National Park is, and there's a big state park and stuff down there. On the Rio, that's kind of where you find blondes and lyres and Big Bend geckos.
Okay.
It's about 80 to 100 miles south of Alpine. Yeah, and down there on the River Road, all that kind of stuff. That's where those things are found. They're not really found like in Sanderson or Del Rio.
How far is that from you? Like
Which ones?
to get into like blonde Suboc territory?
From my house, about 60 miles straight
Okay.
down. It's just desert flats between where they start, and Terlingua is probably about 80 miles down there. That's the next town.
Nice.
That's wild.
Yeah, Texas is crazy, man. Like I actually lived in the same city Chris lives in for all of 6 months or so years ago. Didn't know Chris back then, but found out he lived there after we became friends, and I was like, hey, small world. But driving there from where I'm at in South Carolina, almost half of that drive was in Texas. And that just blows my mind, dude. It's like a 19-hour drive, and like 8 or 9 of those hours were in Texas. And it's just
like for me to get to like our biggest grocery stores are Midland, El Paso. It's 3 hours.
That's
to
wild.
go to a big grocery store. And we've got small grocery stores here in Alpine, but like if you're gonna go, Walmart's 60 miles away, but if you're gonna go to like one of the big ones, they're 3 hours.
What do you guys do? Just do like a weekly or couple weekly trips or what?
No, I we just shop at this little local grocery store, and then there's they have a delivery service now. There's people that go to HEB and you put in a pickup order and they bring it back to you.
There you go.
So we do that.
HEB, man. You Texas folks love HEB.
Yeah.
Goodness.
What is that?
Here, everything's better is what it stands for. Here, everything's better is what it stands for.
Okay.
That's funny. No, it's like a local grocery store. That's like, I'm pretty sure it's only in Texas, isn't it?
It's kind of like our Piggly Wiggly.
It's way better
like
than
Winn-Dixie.
Like a Winn-Dixie? Okay.
No,
it's like a high quality Walmart, but without the sporting goods.
Yeah,
but
no, it's pretty sick. I see why. Good prices, solid grocery store.
Yeah.
If you could explain Texas in like 3 things, it's HEB, Buc-ee's, and Whataburger.
Whataburger, baby! I'll fuck up a Whataburger any day of the week.
That is Texas in a nutshell.
We've got none of those in Alpine.
Dang.
He's like, yeah, we have none of that.
That's funny.
So you just stock the freezer mainly then, and y'all guys survive on that or what?
Yeah, a lot of game meat.
That's good.
And Alpine's got everything you need. You're just going to pay a little more for it.
There you go. Well, back on field herping. Talk about kind of the time of years and like, do you do anything different for times of year? And then what's the best / your favorite time of year to be out herping?
Oh man, it's really rain driven. You go out after it rains. I mean, I've kind of proven that it doesn't really matter, but that's what we do because that's what you do.
Yeah.
So I used to whenever I was catching turtles, I was catching turtles every other week year round. So I was snake hunting every other week year round. And you can find something every month, if the weather's right. But May, June, really more June, Eastern Range, Del Rio-ish. Up in the mountains where we are, it's high elevation. that's really the only place I herp anymore, and I kind of start around July.
Okay.
Just because that's when we get monsoons. Eastern Range, so like Sanderson, Del Rio, they're on the bimodal rain, so they get spring and fall rains and some summer rains too. In Alpine, we kind of just get the monsoon rains. They start, so that's just like once a year. There's not the 2 seasons, and they usually by July they've started. So that's about it. If the weather feels good somewhere, I go. That's about as much as I put into it.
I mean, that's fair. It's like for us here, like obviously springtime is go time for us because summer just gets
April, baby.
Yeah, April is it's freaking money, dude. April's my favorite month of every
magical
year.
month.
Yeah. But obviously we follow the rains too, but even dead to summer, it starts raining and it could still be 90 degrees out, and even if it's raining, you might find a racer. But everything
July and August suck here.
Oh yeah, July and August. July and August is dead season.
Up in the mountains, like if we're getting a good monsoon year, it'll get down in the 50s in July, August.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Holy shit.
Yeah. 60s is common. Every night 60s. So that's my favorite time to go usually. Like before I lived here was July, just because we'd come spend July 4th, see the fireworks show, go herping. That's what me and my wife would do. And it's much cooler than everywhere else. Just because you're in the mountains.
You're like actively finding stuff in the 60s at night, hiking.
60s is tough.
60s is tough. Okay, because that's what I was wondering is like, do you still find it somewhat productive in like the 60s out there? Because I know out here where we're herping, like once you get below typically 72, things start cutting off. Like you can find some stuff down to 68, but like at night if it's below 72, you're wasting your time,
72 is usually my cutoff.
Okay.
That's what I'm
okay. I got you. Yeah, that's what I was wondering too, because you said it gets 60s most nights there, so I didn't know like
some nights it's 60s by 10-11 and it doesn't get dark till 10:30. So
it doesn't get dark till 10:30?
Well, we should be on mountain time. Yeah. Like if you look at the line that the time zone comes down and then it takes a huge jog around us. So summertime, it's like I think sunset. It's like 9:45, and so it's not really dark until like 10:30.
Jeez, man.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It makes for long work days the next day.
I'm sure it does. Yeah. Dang, man.
Up all night herping. Shit.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't really know how to word this question, but like, are you basically at a point to where are you still trying to find new areas to herp that haven't been absolutely molested by people, and if you are, how are you going about finding some of those spots? Or are you pretty much like you've been all over, you got your spots and don't really need to find any new areas?
I don't know if there's a spot that hasn't been molested.
That's fair.
Yeah, I haven't found any new areas that haven't been known since the 70s. There's like 5 roads out here.
Jeez.
There's Highway 90 that goes east-west, and there's 2 roads in Brewster County, 1 in Presidio, 2 roads in Jeff Davis. Like there's a ton of habitat, and there's a few roads that go through them.
Wow.
It's all just privately owned land and shit, right?
Lots of private land. There's a ton of public land here too, but you're not allowed to herp it.
Oh.
Like you could herp it during the day. You're not allowed to take anything from it.
Right. I assume you're not allowed to touch any of it either, like, because that kind of falls under the whole like.
What if you don't have like bags or hooks, but you like pick a snake up on public land?
Kind of back to the same thing. You got to find a game warden that's going to write you a ticket for it.
Right.
I don't know what the law says about that, but like if I take a ton of like school groups and stuff like that, and I'll take those guys out herping on public land. If I see something, I'm picking it up. I'm a state employee, so I probably have a little leeway. But like I would expect if there's a school group out there doing the same thing, I would expect them to pick up an animal and look at it.
Yeah.
Right.
That type deal.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know exactly what the law says about it. But yeah, so what I've been doing since I've been out here a little bit, I've made friends. So just herping private land. That's kind of what I enjoy.
Oh,
You're not
yeah.
fighting somebody over a cut.
So when you do private land, do you go still try to look for like rocky cut areas, or are you just looking because it's not really like clean cut like the road, right? So are you just looking for like a rocky hill or knoll and then going in there, or like what's the deal with that?
Some of them are clean cut like the road. Like
Really?
bulldozers do a lot of work.
No kidding. Yeah.
And so yeah, that's drive ATVs, UTVs, buggies, just shine off that because that's how they found so many back in the day. Because you could shine a flashlight out of your window.
Yeah.
So and you're allowed to do that on private land.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you don't have to walk. You just drive around in a buggy and
hop on the side by side, and everyone gets some beams and go drink beer and find alternative.
That's my preferred method.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah, I think that would be
Texas, boys. What are we doing?
I'm telling you, man.
I think that
we'll
would
hunt
be
alternative from a side by side, and we'll shoot wild hogs from a helicopter. We'll be full Ted Nugent.
I can line up both of those things.
Austin, do you want to be best friends?
You want to be best friends?
Yeah, that's sick, man. No,
we don't have many pigs, but we shoot a lot of aoudad out of helicopters.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, different invasive.
What is it?
Aoudad, Barbary sheep. It's a big sheep goat thing from Africa.
I want to shoot a big sheep.
Yeah.
Gabe's like,
it can be arranged.
Gabe said, I don't discriminate in things I'm gonna shoot. Okay, like especially if it's from a helicopter.
As long as we're having a fat ass cookout with it afterwards, I'm all for it.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Hey man, goat's delicious, so like I imagine sheep's probably not far off.
Sheep chops, baby.
It's not good at all. I mean, if you shoot a young ewe, it's okay.
Gamey as fuck.
A lot of weird shit. I never take anyone's advice when they tell me something doesn't taste good because I can't tell you how many times I've eaten something and been like, that was delicious.
Yeah. So all that, if you get a young ewe or something, it's okay. I shot a big ram the other day during the rut, and we were turning it into dog food because we didn't want to waste it.
Wait, Austin, have you ever tried feeding it to your snakes?
No. I wouldn't put that on them. I'll put it on my dogs. But my wife pressure cooked it, and she hit the release on the pressure cook button, and you about couldn't step foot in my house for about 2 weeks. It was horrible. Yeah.
Rank. Is it just gamey or what is it?
It smelled like concentrated sheep piss.
It's probably all like the testosterone and the hormones of the males. It's the same way with the wild boar here. Like you shoot a big male, we don't eat it.
Especially during
right? They got sour meat, man. You freaking that makes sense.
Yeah, the ewes are good though. It takes about 3 weeks to chew one.
Well,
Phil sausage.
Phil asked in the chat, "Is it true that aoudads smell like hell when you field dress them?"
So males during the rut, they smell bad. Any other time of year, they're okay.
Is it just because they piss in the glands and shit, or what?
Yeah, and we do it. We do it. We catch a bunch of them live and shoot a bunch of them and stuff like that. And it's for a month out of the year, they're gonna smell bad.
Jeez, man.
Just like any goat.
That's why.
But I say, we used to do goats with my grandparents back in the day, and the males would just piss all over themselves. I mean, you'd smell them from the second you walked out of the door, and it's just like
Billies are nasty.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I'd take the goats. Don't smell as bad though. Goats smell much better than aoudad.
Woo.
That's saying something.
Damn, Smitty says he also pisses on himself.
That doesn't surprise me. He pisses all over his beard.
Yeah.
That does happen whenever you find Alterna.
You literally get everyone's screaming. Everyone's got streams just hitting themselves in the face. Oh, we got an Alterna.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Awesome.
So the people that you have private property access to, are those people, have you just pulled the, oh, hey, mister, or is it like just through friends or people like who saw you on the road, stop to talk, like all the above?
No, it's just friends that I've made after living here.
Okay, I got you. I can't tell you how many times because like there's so much property out by me that's private. And it's just family property that I assume has been there forever. And somebody, there's a house right there with an easy driveway. Can't tell you how many times I thought about just driving up, knocking on the door, and been like, hey, I just want to catch snakes. Can I look? Like, but a lot of people are just really weird about that around here, man. Like, they don't want you on your property. Like,
which they have all the right. You can't even be mad at them for it. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like we're looking at it from an innocent standpoint. We're like, look, man, we're not here to steal shit. We ain't here to do drugs. We ain't here to start fires. And in their mind, it's just like, who the hell is this random person walking around flipping shit, looking at shit?
Out here, it's a lot of meteorites. They're all worried. They're all worried about liability. Yeah, mainly. That's what I found. It's like, I mean, they've got you're hiking on top of 1,000-foot cliff at night. And they just don't want to have any part of it.
That's
that, or if you get bit by a rattlesnake on their property or something. I mean,
yeah, and they're just real weird about snakes. I mean, the culture is not growing up liking snakes. It's you shoot at a rattlesnake, see, and everything that reminds you of a rattlesnake.
People here are like either, hey, I kill everyone I see, or if they're like, oh, you remove snakes, like you can come take anything you find off my property.
Yeah. Right. I've got a buddy who made a friend like that down in the south part. He's like, you can come take any snake you want. And now that's how he finds Alterna.
Yep.
Dang.
He takes all the rattlesnakes too and relocates them.
Hell yeah.
But that's part of the deal.
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah.
That's
I'd go catch 1,000 rattlesnakes for one Alterna if that's really what you wanted me to do.
Yeah, right.
And it's I've found that it's
find 1,000 rattlesnakes, I mean,
so I'd be fine with that.
I've found that
with them.
On the private, it's much easier to find Alterna.
Oh, I
bet.
Yeah. There's one place that I'm allowed to go like once a year. 1 year I got to go twice, and so I've herped it 4 nights, and I found 3 Alterna.
Damn.
So
it is. I mean, there's a reason that these old timers got all these badass lineages and lines from back in the day. It's because you actually used to be able to go out there and find them, and now it's just like, all right, we're 50 years deep into this hobby of these people going out to these roads, and there's really just like fucking nothing left. It's like slim as pickings.
I don't know if it's. I mean, there's definitely people. I know of a handful of people who have let go in Alterna. Everybody else is going to keep it, but the thing that's there every night when herpers aren't is the cars. They're just getting smoked, I'm sure. I mean, every night there's a car there.
Yeah.
So traffic now versus like Highway 277 north of Del Rio, back in the day was a dirt road, and like it was closed off, like you couldn't even pass it. And so they would just go up there on the dirt road and find them. And now it's like a major highway with 18-wheelers every 10 seconds. And so just traffic volume increase, I'm sure that's got something to do with it too.
Oh, 100%. It's the same way in Florida right now. We have roads going down every fucking swamp and pathway you can think of. And it's like the roadkill is just outrageous. It's like, all right, well, nothing's going to survive now. I mean, fuck.
Yeah.
You wipe out 5 generations in one night.
Roads out here that I used to kill it on. I still have good nights on them, but the traffic's gotten so bad. Like, I mean, you boys cruised that one road with me, and you saw how.
Shit, we were watching snakes die left and right, and almost dying running to the snakes, and it was just we were finding them left and right, but also finding them dead left and right.
We're out there playing Frogger, trying to grab mud snakes and glossy crayfish snakes and black swamps, and that was rough.
Road, but the traffic's gotten horrible on it.
Yeah. Well, I guess while we're kind of on that topic, Austin, something I, brought up when we were just chatting, we've all four of us here have collected snakes from the wild. And so this is something I like to get everybody's take on. What is your version or view of ethical field collecting, and I believe there's a right and a wrong way to go about it. But I'm curious what your take on that is.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely collected things. For me, I'm probably not going to let an alterna go, unless it's from. I mean, the most I've ever caught in a spot's 5. If I catch another male there, I'll probably let the ugliest one go. I don't need more than 3 males.
There you go.
So that's kind of where I'm at. I don't keep every milk snake anymore. I definitely don't keep every desert king. So the lamprey peltus are kind of what I'm after. Definitely don't keep all the subocs. I kind of maintain a native collection because I go to schools, and I do probably like 20 to 25 education events at schools every year. And I like to take native stuff.
Yeah.
So I've got some of that, but that's about it.
Okay. You don't like, is there like, do you ever like see an animal that's obviously older and you're like, you've made it this far? No, or that doesn't matter, like kind of thing. Because like me, I have a harder time establishing adults, so I usually try not to collect adults.
Really?
But so yeah, I prefer babies to yearlings, but I'm a rat snake guy, so it might be completely opposite with stuff like alterna. Adults are probably easier to get going.
Yeah, so alterna suck. And about everything. So like when you hatch them as babies, they just want to die. Getting those to eat a mouse is witchcraft. So if they've made it to be a subadult or adult in the wild and you catch it, it's probably going to eat.
Yeah.
Just because the wild has thinned through those that won't.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
So I haven't. There was one that I had a hard time getting to eat, and I released it. A buddy caught it and gave it to me.
I got you.
And that was a giant adult, and he was old. I have no idea how old he was.
Yeah.
But usually the ones you're catching aren't old ones.
Okay.
As far as alterna go.
Is it more common to find like yearlings or like subadult type of scenario?
I mean, I'd say the ones you're probably finding most common are between 4 and 10, probably.
Okay.
Like you've heard of a handful of people catching hatchlings, yearlings.
Dang.
I found 2 this year, and that was wild. But it was not on public.
Yeah.
So I think it probably takes 3 or 4 years before they're at a size to where they try to do any adventuring, and that's when you find them on road cuts.
Yeah.
And then the really big ones have probably done all their adventuring, so you're not finding those.
Yeah. I got you.
So you see, I mean, I bet you're seeing the 3 to 10s, and that's a wild guess. That may not be.
Right. I mean, it's impossible to actually know, once they get
that's
to a
just
certain size.
Yeah. That's just going off how they grow in captivity and taking a little bit off of it because they're not going to grow as fast in the wild.
For sure.
With the alterna, are you finding a higher ratio of like males versus females? Because I know in a lot of like more desert species, your males are going to move around looking for females a lot more than the females are themselves. So I would assume that, I don't know if alterna are like that, but are you finding more males typically than you are females?
It's usually like that. I mean, it's not 50-50. It definitely seems a little male heavy. That one cut that I've got 5 from, it's 3 males and 2 females.
Okay.
And that's my biggest sample size from any one spot.
Right.
Because there's so many variables as far as like how far is like the good habitat that they're brumating in away from the road and what's venturing and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I do think the males are definitely going to wander and look for the females, but when they're out looking for lizards.
Yeah.
So those females have got to move too. Because there's not I mean, some places there's a lizard around every rock, but not in all places.
They go after those crevice spiny tails or what?
Yeah, crevice spinies, Urosaurus, the ornate tree lizards.
Okay.
I caught one this year that had just eaten a giant crevice spiny.
No shit.
And I got all the scales when it pooped it out.
Damn.
Jeez.
It was cool. And it was full of like bugs and stuff too.
That'd be a horrible poop. Oh god.
Yeah, it smelled a little bit.
Well, with them being such heavy lizard eaters, do you find that your wild caught individuals are pretty heavily loaded with parasites, or do you not really worry about that?
I haven't really worried about it.
I don't
doesn't
either.
mean I'm right at all.
I mean, I really don't. I used to treat things pretty heavily, not heavily, but I would do at least 2 treatments. Now I quarantine them and just kind of monitor the feces, and if it's nothing egregious,
yeah,
kind of let it ride. I don't know.
That's about where I'm at too. I know some guys who test everything.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't think I have anything that's been caught that hasn't. As soon as you start feeding them regularly in captivity, just blown up in size.
Yeah.
And they're all pretty much all long-term captives at this point. I don't have very many that I've caught. I haven't caught a ton.
Yeah.
But they're all super healthy. And it seems like they're hardier and better than captive bred ones. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're not.
No.
Like I said, the wild weans out those dumb ones.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think that's exactly right.
I don't really think I don't think I've ever had an issue with a wild caught Pantherophis, like in anything that I've collected. I'm a big rat snake nerd. And
I've had a wild caught EK that only one snakes. Wouldn't eat anything but snakes.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
I've had some desert kings, some wild caught desert kings like that.
Yeah.
And you can find enough desert kings to where you don't need to keep those.
Dude, I'm sorry. If I ever came out to your neck of the woods, desert kings would probably be one of my top priorities.
Yeah.
I love desert kings.
Dude. They are
nice. I feel like that's an attainable goal if you come out here. if you
Desert Kings and Subox.
Dude, that I would die.
And all the croats.
Yeah.
All those are easy. Those are all easy.
you just put me on rattlesnakes all day. I'm be happy.
Dude, the Lepidus here are freaking sweet.
Oh, I love Lepidus, man. There's one sitting right there. I love them. They're great.
Yeah. I got access to, there's like 10,000 acres of lime. There's like a limestone vein that runs through all the igneous stuff. And so everything around it is igneous. And then there's 10,000 acres of limestone in the middle of it. And so, with Leps, like Eastern Range limestone stuff, they're all white.
Awesome. Please stop. I can only get so erect.
I can only get so hard.
I found 3 of them this year in this limestone vein, and they were freaking sweet. They were like a gray background with like some orange flakes in them, and yeah, I didn't keep any of them because
so like micro habitat adapted with their patterns and colors, man.
So like this place, it's it's less than half a mile from the igneous, this limestone band. Like it's one individual could make that trip. And I found them down in the bottoms, like down. So it's like big cliffs and stuff, and then down in desert flats with creosote, and then the igneous stuff half mile away. And it was white. And I found one in the igneous stuff that's pink. That's on the same sides of the mountain, different sides of the mountain.
That's
so wild. Yeah, they're cool. Same thing with I found some blacktails there, and they were lighter colored. They weren't very pretty. They weren't as pretty as the eastern stuff.
Do you get the just the typical Molossus, or do you get the Molossus ornatus out there?
These are ornatus, yeah, and they got elevated to species a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So these are ornatus.
I could definitely see us coming out there and spending a lot of time with some blacktails. I'd definitely dig the blacktails, man.
Blacktails are the easiest thing to find.
Let's run it.
Yeah.
Let's get Jake bit by one, so he's got 2 croak bites he can talk about.
No.
Come on, it'd be a cool story.
Hey, baby, we ain't got to go to Texas to make that happen, Jake.
Get bit by one Aatrox, you never hear the end of it. So have you ever kept venomous, Austin?
I did. Before I had kids.
Yeah.
I bought like one of those end cap displays from like Petco, where it's like a big corner thing, and I had it stacked box, and it was freaking sweet.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I cohabbed them, and they did great. Like they liked each other. Like they would always be coiled up with each other, and it was super cool. And then I was getting my masters, and this one had like a lock that you would like a plunger, and you would turn the key and it would lock it. But I always left the key in it because I didn't want to lose it. And it was on my wife's dresser for like 2 years with these snakes in it. And we lived in San Marcos, which is 8 hours away, or six to eight, I don't remember. And I was out here herping, and I fell asleep in a canyon and woke up the next morning, got to service, and my phone was blowing up from voicemails and stuff. And they had, I guess, I also had it on like an angle, so if I ever forgot to lock it, the door would come open, and like you couldn't close the door. And so I guess with the key in it, one of them, with its nose, pushed that plunger up and opened the door while my wife was asleep. And she woke up at 2 a.m. with one rattling in the kitchen.
Oh, no, man.
Yeah. And she called my master's advisor at 2 a.m. While I was still getting my master's.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah, I haven't. Those were wild, and they got returned to the wild that weekend.
Damn, that sucks.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah, I mean that'll do it though, man. I tell you that'll do some people in right there.
She loved them. They were on her dresser, but one was wrapped around a broom handle and the other one was under a dresser. She caught them and put them back, and
oh wow,
grabbing.
Yeah,
fuck, man, that's sketchy.
Can't say it, but
I have not had a venomous since then, and now I've got a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old kid, and it's just not worth it.
Yeah,
maybe when they get older.
Yeah, because at that point, it's like they officially know how to use their hands, but they also don't know how to do things properly yet. So
my 4-year-old freaking loves snakes. He's in the snake room every day.
That's
and
awesome.
Any of them. He opens any of the drawers, picks them up, knows what they all are.
That's awesome.
So that's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, that's awesome, man.
Fuels your fire and you fuel theirs. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, back to herping. Phil helped me out with a lot of this outline. So massive shout out to Phil of the Venom Exchange Radio. Everybody knows Phil knows he loves West Texas, so I had him help me out with this outline. One of his questions was how many sweeps of a cut before you're on to or how many sweeps of a cut will you do before you're on to the next one?
That's the question. Some dudes sit at one cut all night long.
Really?
And they find alternative. And I don't have the attention span for that.
Yeah.
And they're like that group of 5 that I put together, whenever I caught 3 males in 2 nights. Wow. And it took me about 110 nights to find the females. Whenever I was trying to put that group together, I only walked those cuts.
Yeah.
All night, every night. Now that I'm just kind of hanging out and having fun, whatever I'm in the mood for, it's all luck. I mean, I can't find a science to this crap. It's not rain driven. I mean, you go out in the perfect conditions and don't find anything, and then you go out and it hadn't rained in 5 weeks and find one. So I've found that I just try to have a little more fun doing it than just pounding something.
That's right.
And some nights I'll walk 1, 2, or 3 times and drive to the next one. Some nights I don't want to be out as long. I'll drive to the end of the line and walk every one of them once and go home.
I got you.
There's not a right or wrong way.
Yeah.
I found like there was and I'm wrong about every time, it seems.
Yeah.
I'll walk one until like just to stay at the same cut. It's happened multiple times. One time I was in Sanderson before I'd found one. I walked the same cut till 2 a.m. I left, went back to the hotel. Somebody was driving back to come to the hotel, stopped at the cut I'd been at, walked it, found an alternative, and came to the hotel. So it had crawled out as soon as I left.
Jeez, man. And that's the thing, man. I'll die on the hill of like herping is luck and time. That's it.
Yep.
You just got to put in the hours and you got to get lucky. You're definitely not going to find anything sitting in the couch watching TV, and you got to get lucky when you're out there. That's just the name of the game. Cause that's what I do. I have a road here that's very, very productive, but I finally finished off my yellow rat locality project there, and I collected a beautiful corn out there, but I found a couple corns, all males. I have not been able to find a female, so I'm just steady hitting this road trying to find that fucking female, dude. Like, it's driving me nuts.
Yeah.
But
I obsessed over all of this. Anything, just trying to make it make sense, and I obsessed over it pretty hard. Yeah, for years.
And then you finally went insane and decided, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But now that I'm kind of chilled out and just kind of go with the flow, I find a lot more now than I ever did then. And I tried getting it down to a science. One of my classes for my master's was GIS. I overlaid every observation from iNaturalist onto habitat and did a habitat selection model, and then overlaid every road in West Texas, trying to find new places that you were talking about.
Yeah.
That still didn't help me find one.
Yeah.
So, and it also
do all the homework in the world, and it'll still all come down to right place, right time.
Yep, that's exactly it.
That's herping for you in a nutshell.
Yeah, pretty much. That's crazy, man. Let's see. Another one from Phil. In your travels, have you found that certain species move, bask, ambush, hunt at different times of the night? And if so, how do you best choreograph your night?
So it definitely seems, I mean, it just depends on the night. Like, as soon as you think you got something figured out, you're wrong. But like blacktails, you see enough of those to where you can actually start to make a pattern, put a pattern together.
Yeah.
At dusk, and you can kind of judge other snakes' movements off of them. Usually at dusk they're moving, and then depending on the night, if it's just like whatever that golden parameter is that makes snake move, they'll stop. Like sometimes it's 10:30, sometimes it's midnight, and you'll see blacktails moving all night, and then all of a sudden they're all just in ambush. It doesn't mean everything else isn't moving, but that's just something they're going to be moving at dusk, and then at some point they're going to stop. 10:30, 11, 10 sometimes. Other than that, man, stuff moves when it wants to, and
yeah,
that's about it. I haven't been able to put together. I mean, just like I said, as soon as you think you get something like this figured out, you're wrong, and nothing follows what you try to make sense out of. How I put my night together is now depends if I have work the next day. I'll go out, and if it's a weekend, maybe I'll go a little further from the house and sleep in my truck, and herp all night until 4 a.m. because you never know when something's going to crawl out. I guess like for example, this year I caught an alterna. There's kind of one stretch of road. It's about 15 miles long, and there's about 10 cuts on it. And I'll hit the cuts going down away from my house, turn around and just hitting them once each, and turn around and come back. And the very first cut that I stop at, on the way back, there was an alterna crawling out of a hole. So it just happened that at 12 o'clock, he came out. but that's about it. You put the only way to find them is to be out there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's a good way to put it to try to find them at a certain time or anything like that. Sometimes you see lizards come out randomly at like 2 a.m. You'll be walking a cut all night and see no lizards, and then at 2 a.m. there's lizards all over the cut.
Huh.
I know I was talking to Jerry Salmon. He was trying to put together some stuff to see what times they were coming out, what conditions was making them come out, and was it because that's when the snakes were out looking for them, so they're not stuck in a crevice when a snake comes around and they can't leave.
I know with a lot of tropical lizards, they'll usually go to sleep like on a branch or whatever, kind of like mid branch, and at the dew point or close to sunrise, they'll move out to the tips of the branches to get the dew collection not only on themselves but also to drink off of it, off the leaves and everything. I wonder if there is an element to that to it at all, or if it's more predation based, like you're saying, where it's like I don't want to be trapped in a little crack while a snake just eats me from the backside.
Yeah, it had. I haven't been able to correlate it with dew point. That makes sense, especially for the desert stuff. Yeah, because usually all these crevice spinies, they're in a crack and you can always see their tail sticking out of it. So I mean they're close to escape, but yeah, I don't know. That's just something we were talking about in the past year or so. We haven't put all the data together on it yet, or he hasn't. But yeah, I don't. There's not a way I really choreograph a night.
Yeah.
Drink a Red Bull at sundown.
There you go.
Go until you get tired.
There you go.
Another one at midnight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, as we work towards wrapping this up, something we like to ask everybody, what's a place outside of Texas or the US or whatever that you would like to herp one day?
Oh, I'd like to go to Arizona. I know a ton of people go there. All my friends seem to have been there.
Yeah.
I went in April this year for a bighorn meeting. I was like, man, this place is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I'd like to go back to Arizona. See the rattlesnakes mainly.
Yeah.
Pyros don't really get me going too much, but all those different rattlesnakes would be sweet.
Yeah.
Gotta get a green rat while you're out there.
Yeah, maybe one day.
Right.
I'd like to go back to Ecuador. We spent 2 months there when I was in college.
Oh, wow.
Just going from like field station to field station. But being that young, I didn't really know much. Yeah. Everything was cool. I mean, everything would be cool still, but I'd like to take my kids there. And Ecuador is a place that's real cheap.
Harry says Florida.
Oh. Harry needs to come to West Texas.
We all need to come to Texas.
Yeah. It sounds like he needs to plan that, and then we'll all go.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
That's
if I can squeeze a Southwest trip in this year, but I might try.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Maybe Florida.
You gotta try some Southeast stuff, man. We got it pretty good out here too.
Yeah.
Cool stuff.
I like to see all the salamanders.
Hey, listen, I can get you like 1 million Carolina slimies.
Yeah. Those are they're the same. They look the same as our slimies. They're different. Yeah, salamanders would be cool. I don't know. I just haven't. I'm more of a Western person. That everything I do is kind of in and around the mountains.
Yeah.
So
it's okay to be lame. That's fine.
Yeah.
So what's it? Talking about your kids, do you take them herping, and if so, what's that like?
Yeah, so my oldest freaking loves it. He is all about it. I got him a little reflective vest.
Nice.
And down here, South Alpine, weekdays, like there's probably not going to be a car that passes us before he falls asleep. So he likes putting his headlamp on, and I carry him on my shoulders, and all he wants to see is freaking Aatrox. That's his favorite. I'm like, dude, we see 10 of those just driving from the house.
Yeah. That's why he sees a lot of them, and they're loud and they're cool to look at.
Yeah.
And he can't touch them.
Yeah,
And that's been kind of hard teaching him which ones you can touch and which ones you can't.
Is that hence the shoulders, so he doesn't find something by himself?
Yeah, he's found 2 on our porch this summer. He found 2 himself. Just being they're about 98% feral. So just running outside naked about most of the time.
I mean, you got 18 acres. I'd be running around there naked too. Shit.
Yeah. So he found 2 Aatrox on our porch this year. One of them was big.
Jeez.
And he's only about 25 pounds. So if he gets bit by one,
Fudge.
that's not what we want.
No, not at all. Because it's for being such a common snake. These things are hot, man.
Yeah, and we got a lot of Mojaves too.
Really?
Yeah, there's a ton of Mojaves out here. There's 6 species of rattlesnake here.
Those are wicked, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
But no, I take him out. Just depends if he's had a nap that day, really. If he can stay awake. But
yeah,
those cuts that are about 10 minutes from my house, there's a lot of subox.
Yeah.
So I love taking him out there and seeing the subox. And they're good subox too. I mean, I found some gold ones, there's some deep orange ones.
Dang, man. God, dude, I would kill to find a suboc.
Do you get any Baird rats out by you?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of Bairds.
That's cool.
Just casually. Yeah, Baird subox.
Yeah, there's Baird subox.
10 minutes
up
the
cool.
road,
You
man.
have lava snakes crawling around.
Yeah, those are the easy things.
Yeah.
That's sick.
There was a night in the mountains we were cruising, and every time the radio changed, we found a snake. I mean, we weren't cruising because you can't do that.
Yeah, you were driving around in the rain.
Yeah. But dude, most of those were like Emery Eye and Bairds.
That's why.
Jeez, man.
So they're not super hard if you go to the right spots, if you know where to go for them.
Okay.
But yeah, so I try. That's my thing with him is going places that I know are going to be productive, and we're not looking for Alterna.
Yeah,
we're just going out and
snakes with your boy and have fun.
That's sick. And we do that. I only herped 16 nights this summer. And he was with me at least on half of them.
Nice.
And that's not staying out late. I mean, you can't leave him asleep in the car out here.
Yeah, of course not.
Even if you're pretty close, that's just not something you can do.
It's asking for trouble.
Yeah. But the little one, my 2 year, he's about to be 2. He's scared of snakes. And I don't know. I always assumed that people being afraid of snakes was a learned deal.
Yeah.
But he's kind of proven me that I'm wrong about this too. Because
my oldest loves kind of what I always assumed, that it was a learned fear. That's the first I've heard that.
Man, he is like he's grown up in my snake room. I still take him in there, and he likes to see him. But if I pull one out, he's crawling over the top of me to get away from it.
Jeez,
that's wild.
Nothing bad has ever happened to him.
Yeah, the uncertainty or not knowing what it is, or
I mean, his brother is sitting there holding 3 of them, walking around, no problem. Like
you think you want to be like Big Bro, you know?
There's never been a bad experience associated with them. And he loves looking at spiders, but spiders scare the crap out of him too. So he doesn't. I don't know. He's turning 2 in a week, so this year I might take him out.
Yeah, he's still little. He got time. Yeah. All right.
So we'll see, but yeah, I try to. That's kind of more getting them out is more what I'm doing lately. And then whenever friends come, I leave the kids at home and get serious.
Yeah.
But
would you say the most common thing you find out there are probably Aatrox?
Depends where you're at.
Okay.
But yeah, like driving to your spot, I don't even slow down for them anymore. But to tell if they're Atrox or Scutellatus, I mean, it's not uncommon to see 10 or 15 in a 30-mile stretch.
Wow.
So you drive around them. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
you're walking, and you've got to look down at where
Keep
you're
looking
walking.
down. Yeah.
I've almost stepped on a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Um,
that was by far the most common thing I found in Texas, dude. The Atrox out there were like freaking squirrels. You know, it was
Yeah.
new to me because I had never seen them before, you know, so finding them was cool, you know, for a little while. But
Like,
That's how
we're on 55 of them.
that's how blacktails are in the
dang,
mountains. Blacktails are like that.
That's
Chihuahua night snakes.
that's crazy, man.
Chihuahua night snakes are pretty common. Long noses, Texas long noses, those can be pretty common. That's a very underrated snake. Those are freaking
super
sweet.
underrated, man. Those are cool.
Dude,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I keep some of them for my education event.
Nice.
Nice.
All the stuff I do with kids, and kids love them.
Yeah.
Do you have
I mean,
the leaf nose snakes? Is that what it is? Leaf nose, or is it?
no, those are in Arizona. Those are in
That's
the
Arizona.
Sonoran
Okay.
Desert. Yeah, ours are Chihuahua night snakes. It's a Hypsoglena.
Yeah. Okay. I've seen those night snakes before. Yeah.
I'm
Those are
sorry,
cool.
we're talking about long nose. It's a
Patch nose.
rhinoceros. No, they're red, black, and white.
Oh, the
Um,
long nose. You're saying? Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we've got there's two species of patch nose, mountain patch nose and Big Bend patch nose.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, dude, in my opinion, I think patch noses are one of the more underrated snakes out there. I think they're awesome.
Patch noses are freaking sweet.
I found one in South Texas in Corpus Christi, and I literally just saw this. To me, from South Carolina, what looked like the biggest ribbon snake I've ever seen in my freaking life, you know, like, and so I dive out to grab this thing, and it was massive, dude. I mean, it was a big old patch nose, and I was geeking all about it, man. It was freaking awesome.
They're super cool. I saw one. So down south, like Big Bend National Park, there's Big Bend patch noses down there, and they're pink. So instead of like gray and black, they're gray, but they're pink, like pink and black. I saw one 2 days ago. They're
The one
still they're
the one I found was more like a yellow and black. It was
yeah.
had a lot of yellow on it.
Oh, what is that one in South Texas? We've got two here. I think that
don't
one
know.
may be a different species or different subspecies, but I don't remember. I haven't heard
Yeah.
of South Texas much.
Yeah, no, this was in Corpus Christi, out in
Yeah.
Chris's neck of the woods.
Yeah.
But it was cool, man. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
So kind of the final question we like to finish up with: do you have any like weird, creepy stories from the field? Like anything that kind of just like shook you, kind of weird, or left you unsettled?
Seeing that dude in the culvert, that was a little different.
Yeah.
Most of them revolve around
Illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
Our
Dude,
other
I saw-
Arizona desert buddies said the same thing though. They've had similar run-ins like that.
most of the people crossing out here are not stand-up people.
Hmm.
If they're going through the channels to be coming across an alpine.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're all aren't, but like there was one night I'm walking a cut. My buddy pulls up, starts talking to me, and I'd been walking this cut for like 2 hours. I shut his door, he drives off, and I think they thought I left. And so the whole creek underneath me just started talking. And I was like, they've been here the whole time. Same cut. This is kind of a corridor for them coming through. I heard some stuff behind me. Shine my flashlight across, and there's a tree, and a dude's head was like from like around the tree, and I shined it on him, and back behind it.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, mountain lions. There's a mountain lion on top of a cut one night, but that didn't bother me that much.
Yeah.
I'm more scared of the people than the animals. Well, fuck that, man.
Yeah. The Morpholite stuff, you see those. I don't really know what they are. They don't creep me out though.
The what
There's-
stuff?
Like you ever heard of Morpholites?
I've seen YouTube videos on it.
Yeah, there's
like UFOs and shit, right?
Yeah, and the first like documented, the first time it was documented was coming through on the wagon trains back when they were still like fighting Native Americans and stuff, and they thought they were Native American camps, and then they'd go out there and couldn't find ashes. There was a military base out there in World War II or World War I. I don't remember which one. It's just flat runways now, but they would go out at night in their planes and drop bags of flour and mark them to try to find them the next day. Never could find them. Yeah, they've been documented for a long time. I've seen them quite a bit, and every now and then you see them like south of Alpine, down by my house. I've seen them a couple times there, and that's not where they like are. But yeah, there's been some mornings like driving out there 3 or 4 in the morning, and the field's full of like 50, 60 of them.
That's wild.
Wow.
They go up in the air and split into two and come together in different colors, and it's different.
Damn. That's wild, man.
Yeah,
What do you
there's
think it
definitely. Do what?
What do you think it is?
I don't know. Somebody posted some pictures the other day in one of the Facebook groups that they took them with like a long lens camera, like a really good camera. And it looked like they were just like different colored balls of gas.
Like energy balls or something?
Yeah. One of my buddies used to live in those flats, and he's not the type of dude, like he's too cool to make up stories.
Mhm.
And I was asking him what it was like, and he's like, "Oh yeah, they're 100% real." And I was like, "That." I was surprised he would even admit it, even if they were. He said that one night he was driving a UTV along the fence line, and there was one on the other side of the fence line following him down, like 50, 100 yards away from him.
That would
Just
freak
following
me the
him.
fuck out, dude.
Wild.
Yeah.
Damn.
One of these ranges that I've got access to, there's no roads in it. This is not Marfolite related, but like I'd been herping it, and you climb. I mean, it's climbing 400 or 500 feet up, and I'm just up there by myself, and it gets freaking creepy sometimes. Like it seemed like every time I would walk up the canyon, like you just start sweating, heart starts beating, like just feeling shaky and weird. Like you turn around and walk back towards the truck, and it goes away. And then I did it like 3 times, going back and forth. Like walking into this one particular canyon, it was, I don't
The
know what it was.
energies were just off and everything.
Yeah, and there's the Native American stuff out here is wild.
Sick.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've got just here at my desk. You
Nice.
find stuff like that all the time. So who knows?
Yeah.
But no, it's definitely. I used to get more creeped out when I was younger. Now it's just like I get to feel like that. I'll just go home.
Right.
Yes.
You gotta
time to
trust
call it
your
a
gut.
night.
Your gut never lies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff though.
Yeah, I always like asking people that because I'm waiting for somebody to have like a good like out west skinwalker story or something, like
And the scariest stuff that ever happened to me were like in the Texas State dorms. Not out here.
that's the couldn't be
Amen.
a more true statement.
Yeah.
Awesome,
No,
man.
it's pretty nice out here.
Yeah, that's sick. Well, we're gonna start wrapping this up and jump into our herp highlight of the week. Fellas, do we have any closing questions for Austin before we get into that?
I don't know. I feel like we covered some good stuff, had some good Texas talk, other than all of us needing to get out to Texas like we keep talking about.
The Martha lights were new to me. I kind of want to see that.
Yeah.
Dude, look up YouTube videos on that shit. It's cool.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. It's pretty cool.
If you ever come look for them early morning, like there's a whole viewing station for them out there, and everybody's out there like sunset. But it seems like whenever I drive by like 4 a.m., that's when I see them.
Dang, that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Well, Austin, I know you got a family and stuff. We're about to get into our herp highlight from Mr. Nipper. You're welcome to hang out while we do that, but if you got to go, we completely understand. That is completely up to you. But what's that?
I'm okay. I can hang out. I don't have anywhere to go.
Cool.
Sweet.
So Nipper Reed sent me one personally, even though he breaks the rules and sends them to me personally instead of the page. We allow it because it's Nipper. So he originally sent me a video of a viper from Portugal and / Spain, but for some reason could not get that to save. So we're not gonna be able to show that one. But he says, "Good morning, lovely man. I'm in Portugal / Spain herping. Thought I would send you a quick video. Camera pics to follow. Happy to do an episode on this trip, which we absolutely will be doing. So be looking out for that episode. It was epic. A ton of miles driven, a lot of hours in the field, but some very rare species found. So just wanted to throw that out there as a future episode that we will be having. But the pictures that he did send me are from his more recent trip. He says just got back from the Canary Islands. These are the Galotia lizard. Oh, this one didn't save. What the heck? So I just thought these were really freaking neat. If I can get this.
Yeah, they look a lot like the sharp snouts, man. Oh, those look so awesome.
Yeah, and he said they're actually pretty big lizards.
Those look big.
Yeah, he said these are really big. There's some other geckos on here that are small.
Those look really big. Those look more like a bigger Lacerda, for sure.
Yeah. And of course,
some good shots.
Of course, Nipper's going to come in with the heat. They look like little tegus, man.
Yeah, like the amoebas, long-tail amoebas.
Yeah. Oh, there's the other one, man. I thought that was cool, man. Such a cool looking lizard, dude. This is again, these are from his trip of the Canary Islands.
That's a pretty looking one right there, man.
I mostly wanted to bring up Nipper again because, man, he never ceases to impress me with how much he travels different countries to see this stuff, man. Like it's incredible. So massive shout out to Nipper. This is one of the other little geckos that he sent me a picture of. He didn't. Oh, the Tenerife gecko, if that's how you pronounce it. But yeah. Yeah, that's from Nipper. He said these lizards are big, mate, bigger than collared lizards, which collared lizards are pretty hefty.
Pretty big
size, yeah.
Yeah. And he says, not the gecko. The gecko is small. But yeah, that's it from Nipper. But mostly wanted to shout him out because he's always doing awesome stuff, and to kind of give a quick overview of a future episode that we will hopefully have.
Yeah, we said we were going to get him back on when he finished his list anyway, and he finished the list, so we got to talk about that.
Yeah, I got to get him back on. Plus, Gabe wasn't here whenever.
Yeah, man, I missed the Nipper episode, dude.
Can't be having that.
Yeah, what a legend, man. Super cool. Everybody, please keep coming in with the write-ins. I'm gonna try, and now that life is semi settling down, I'm gonna, instead of like we talked about, instead of highlighting everybody every single week, we're gonna start posting more on the page of people's write-ins, just to shout some people out, and then over time we'll showcase them on the actual show. But yeah, well, this has been another awesome episode of Flippin' 10. Austin, thank you so much for coming on talking West Texas, man. This has been a much needed episode.
Thanks for having me.
And I hope you know, the reason you came about, again, your good friends are also my good friends. I actually hit up Chris and I was like, hey, last week or 2 weeks ago, and I was like, hey man, you want to come on and do a West Texas episode? And he was like, oh, I couldn't find anybody. And he was like, but you should hit up Austin, have him see if he wants to do one with you and talk West Texas. And so I chose you over Chris, just for the record.
Yeah, I appreciate it. There's some dudes out here that put me to shame. I've got some good buddies who, I mean, they are herping every night.
That's crazy.
So there's definitely a lot of guys that are a lot better at it than me, but I know a lot about what not to do. Harry just texted me. Yeah, Harry just texted me and said that if y'all come herping out here with me before he does, he's taking a toaster bath.
Don't worry, Harry. We'll include you on the trip if we make it happen. But for sure. Well, thank you everybody that came out to the live stream. Appreciate all the activity in the chat. And we're hopefully going to get back on a decent schedule. I know we got holidays coming up, so might be dodgy a little bit the rest of December. But come the new year, we're going to try and get back on a proper schedule. We do apologize for being MIA for a month or more, whenever the last episode was with Jack. But yeah, thank you everybody who joined. Thank you, Austin. And whether you're listening to this in the morning, evening, night, I hope you have a wonderful time. Come on.
Are you gonna fucking end it?
I'm trying to end it.